Hello, everybody. How are you?
Yes,
It's me, Auntie Mimiey. Good evening and welcome to Dear Auntie Mimiey platform. Today is indeed a beautiful day. We've got a guest with us all the way from Germany here in the studio. So good evening, sir.
How are you doing? How are you?
I'm
How
fine.
are you,
Welcome, welcome.
viewers? Yes, I'm very good.
Excellent. Kindly welcome the viewers and just say hello to everyone and introduce yourself, please. Who is
Yes,
this gentleman in our studio today?
yes. How are you, viewers? Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of this show today. This part of the interview today. My name is Julius Chinamo. Yes, I am an author, a pastor, a counselor, I'm a married man with one wife and two children. Yes, I think that's all I can say at the moment.
Right. So you are a married man, you are a pastor, you've got two children. How old are your children?
My the firstborn, our son is 15 years. He's turning 16. Then the girl is 10. She's turning 11 in May.
Right, right. So we are seeing that you are a man with multitask, and today we are here because you are an author, and we are talking about your writing. But already, before we even start talking about your writing, you are telling us you've got all these things that you are doing. Can we just talk a bit about time management? How do we
Uh,
manage and fit all this together?
yes, I guess it's an inborn talent because genuinely I am gifted of doing a lot of things. I'm multi-talented for sure because you can't believe it that I was finishing up my other book just a while ago. When I was talking to my wife, I can do a lot of things. So yes, it's just how you plan your things. So I make sure that every time should be important. I don't have free time, so to say. When I'm seated, if I'm not writing books, I'm counseling people, or I am praying, or I'm planning for the other talk show which I do.
Right, right.
Yes.
This is exciting. Hello, Chipo Judith Chuare. Chipo is one of our community authors. He's an author in our community. We want to welcome Prophet Brian Mundopa, Donald Majoni, Viwe
Yes.
Kwagondo, Cecilia Sowa Chinamo. So welcome
Yes.
everyone. Thank you for joining. Please kindly share this broadcast as much as you can, because we are here to talk about a book that is out. And could you just tell us a bit, what is the title of this book?
The title of the book is called The Mysteries of God in a Crisis.
Right.
Yes.
And why the mysteries of God in a crisis at such a time like this?
Right. Let me take you back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I once preached about this topic, this headline, this theme, sometime back, I think in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I did after I preached, when I went home from church, I decided to make it a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So as I decided to make it a book, I wrote, I think, about 2 to 3 paragraphs. Then from there, I just left it hanging. That was 2018. Yes, that was 2018. So I left it hanging 2018, 19. Then 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I said, no, now I think also this is the right time to publish this book and to finish it up. Then around June last year, that's when I started to be serious. Now, as I finish up the book, then I think I decided that in June last year. Then by end of July, I had finished already. So I thought it's a right time for this book, because we were everyone is hard hit by the corona crisis. So also I just thought this will be the right time also to publish this book, so that one way or the other to give encouragement to people.
Right. Thank you so much. Allow me to take this moment to say hello to Magdalene Lafontaine of Nakai Skincare Cosmetics, who happens to be my skin guru. She's the one who's looking after my skin. Our culture, we never used to look after our skin. So now she's teaching us new things to care for our skin, not to bleach our skin, but to care for our skin. So welcome, Nakai Skincare Cosmetics. We are going back to this topic. It's a very deep topic. And you are saying, I was preaching about this topic at one point. Then I wrote something, then I waited. And the mysteries of God, it is a mystery that now, at this time, in this lockdown, the book is out.
Yes, yes. It is a mystery on its own, because I'm talking something which I started just because of the push I had, because of the message I had preached 2018 down there in Kenya. And now God is making me finish this book now in German 2020.
Wow.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Yes, it is a mystery. So with books, the good thing is that you are with a book, you don't need to be standing in front of someone. You are just giving the message to someone. So what is the message that is inside this book, The Mysteries of God in a Crisis?
Right. The message is clear and simple. I'm trying to tell people that in life you can face a crisis one way or the other. In everyday life there is a crisis. So what I did now is I sat down and figure out how best can I tell people that a crisis, when it comes, we just need to know where to cry to.
Right.
So I was basically telling people, when you have a crisis, know where to run to. When you have a crisis, allow God to intervene in your situation.
Right.
So I had also to give a bit of quotings and examples from the Word of God, because from the Bible, because we can't talk of God and leave the Bible verses and scriptures away. It won't make sense. So basically, it is telling people that when you have any type of a crisis in your life, know where to run to.
Right. So, were you in a crisis yourself? Have you been in a crisis yourself? What shall we say?
Okay. I will answer that in two ways.
Mm-hmm.
When the idea of the book came in the picture, there was no specific crisis for me. It
Mm-hmm.
was more of encouraging each other that in this life we face crisis. I always give an example to people that what can be a crisis for me today, what can be a problem for me today, it cannot be a problem for you today. For
Mm-hmm.
example, a child of a baker, a child of one who makes bread, will never cry for bread. But a
Right.
child of someone who does not make bread will see a crisis when there is no bread in the house.
Right.
So people have different kinds of challenges, different kinds of crises.
Mm-hmm.
How to define your crisis differ with people. So when I started the book, I had no crisis. When I started to write it and finish it now and publish it, now I had the crisis. We are all in the crisis of COVID. We are all in the crisis of Corona. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought, I am in the crisis. Let me also encourage my fellow brethren and other people to strengthen them also out of this crisis.
So, in other words, you're saying this is a message of hope, a message to encourage, to strengthen, and to ground people. And the crisis, if I understood what you said, you're saying crises differ to individuals. It's individual. What you may not consider a crisis could be a crisis to me. But that book will cover all those areas to strengthen me.
Yes, very correct. Thank you so much. That's
Oh,
exactly what I'm talking about in the book.
lovely. So, was this your first book?
This is my fourth book, but it is
Mm,
my first professionally published book.
right.
Meaning that this is the first book I have given a professional publisher to do the publishing. The other three books I did self-publishing.
Right, right. So you are at book number 4. What would you say is the type of books that you write? How would you classify them?
Okay. Um, Myself, I'm one person who like to write about real life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 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 Even to those people who know me, even when I'm preaching, I don't try to complicate things. I preach real life things because because it is easy to talk about real life experiences, the things which I have encountered, the things which I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
There's no any problem in me writing about the things which I have personally encountered, because
Right,
that's what happened. So my most of my books and all of my books so far, they are more testimonials whereby
right,
I talk about what have happened in my eyes, in front of my eyes. So that's what I choose to do, so that at least, maybe also that's why whenever I hold a laptop, when I'm trying to type, it comes from the head, because it's something which I have encountered. It's not
Right.
like I'm trying to write fiction. No, I write things which I have encountered in life.
That is powerful. So you are sharing your experiences, what sometimes you have observed, some things you have experienced, and you are sharing them. And are these books, who are the audience, who are the readers, the people that you are thinking, these are the people that should be reading this book?
I did not hear the whole question.
Mhm. Who would you think, who are your target audience?
Right. All my books are targeted to.
Have you muted yourself, Sam? Can you hear us? Uncle, you are on mute. You've been muted. Let me see. Hello. Your gadget has lost its volume. I don't know what's happened. We can't hear you. You might need to exit, then come back in. Stay tuned. Do not move. Do not move. We are sorting this. We are sorting this. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Yes. So you were
So
telling us about the target audience.
yes, sorry for that. Someone was calling, so I think that's what affected the.
Interfered. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So my targeted audience is everyone. My books are targeted to everyone. Anyone who has got the heart, or who love reading, especially real life stories, real life things, who enjoy reading my books.
Right. Right. There is a question here. Feel free to ask us questions. Some questions we may not have answers to, but there's Give More Chinyere. I want to know, are you a prophet? Say, help me if you are a prophet.
Wow. I want to answer it also this way. Right. Give more. At first, I want to tell you that everyone is a prophet of yourself. Munemunu is a prophet of self. But also there are other people who has got a gift of prophesying. And there are also other people who can prophesy through the scriptures, preaching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, yes, at times I prophesy. At times I prophesy what through the visions which God is showing me. And then I also prophesy when I'm teaching or preaching the word of God.
Right, right. So give more. We'll give the contact details if you want to speak more. We'll give you the contact details. then you will know. Faith is saying, sorry, my phone froze there. Angu wanted to click on the live and dialed instead. Oh, okay. That's all right. Donald Majoni is saying, I am motivated. And Paula Sarah is saying, very powerful.
Yes.
So this is amazing, amazing. Maybe let's go back. Who is Julius Chinamo, the author? Where was he born? Where did he come from? Where did he go to school? Who is he before he became this author?
Wow, thank you so much for asking me that. Before I answer that question, I want to tell people that this question is packaged in my third book called My Calling.
Right.
Yes, I wrote almost everything about my life from birth up to 2018. I wrote almost everything. Thank you so much. Yes. So yes, Julius Chinamo was born in November 1980.
Right.
That's when I was born. Ndikakurira kumusha kwamai vangu at the roots. That's where I grew up. Unfortunately, I grew up when my mother and my father have already divorced, separated. So hence that's why I was at my mother's village. Then when I was around the 14, 15 years, that's when I briefly went to stay with my father in Gutu. That's where I did also my high school.
Right.
So, even at school, I remember very well my Shona teacher used to tell me that I enjoy reading your compositions because
Wow.
I would write a composition. Actually, I've never failed a composition, be it English composition or Shona Rounded Zero. At school, I've never failed. So I was so much into writing. So he keeps on telling me that if you can nurture this gift, you can be a book author. So I got married in 2004 in December, 22 December. That's when we wedded with my wife. After we started dating in February 2004, I paid the lobola on the 28th of August. Yeah, I remember
Right.
all that. Yes. So yes. So yeah, I can say, when you have a calling in you, sometimes we have callings, but we don't know. So what
Right.
happened is after our wedding in 2004, 2005, I quit the job I was doing. I was working in insurance. The reasons were it's something which I can't even comprehend and explain, because maybe it was God Himself. So we found ourselves at another place where there was no church. So we started.
Right.
We were forced, to start, like a cell group. Then automatically we grew in ministry until we found ourselves in ministry around 2006. So since then, we have been active in ministry. Then, sometime when I moved to Kenya, that's when the gift of writing books was rekindled. Because I would just say I want to write books, but I had never started. So when we were in Kenya, that's when I just found myself starting to write books. I think that's what I can say now.
Right. So tell us briefly about your other three books before we go back to the book that is we are talking about today. This one is called The Testimony of a Missionary.
Yes, that was my first book. That one.
Right.
Yes, like what I said, usually I write about the real things which I have encountered in life. I found it easy to write about what I've encountered. So that was basically a book which was teaching about the challenges which missionaries face. So it was talking about how it is in the missionary field, how it is in all the things which you might want to do in the missionary field, and how people should look at the missionary field at large. More or less, it's also a teaching to the people and to the church at large, so that they have to understand better what is missionary.
Right, right.
Yes.
This is fascinating. You are a very diverse author, but your message seems to be centered on empowering people, bringing knowledge, bringing light. I think that is the type of preaching that we are needing in these days, where people maybe don't have knowledge and they're being led astray. But you are giving communities tools to help them to say, in your own home by yourself, when you are in a crisis, this is what the things that you can do. So, what message would you want to give to someone right now that is listening, or that will listen at a later time, and they're saying, you know what, I'm actually in a crisis. I don't know where to begin.
Thank you. Like what I said, the message should be simple, or it is simple, that whenever you face different kind of crisis, different kind of challenges, problems, there is one thing we need to know, that even if your family reject you, even if your friends run away from you. In the word of God, Joseph was rejected by his brothers. The family, the people whom he called family, they rejected him. But that's a crisis. That's a crisis on its own today. It was a crisis to Joseph. But what happened? He kept on holding on to God. He kept on holding on to his faith, so that whatever challenge he might face, whatever challenge which came along the way, he kept on knowing that I will be successful. So when whatever crisis you are facing, I want to tell you this, to you viewers and listeners: don't divert. When you are in a crisis, don't divert. Because most people, when they face a crisis, they divert. Don't divert. When you are in a crisis, keep on holding on to God. When people are neglecting you, keep on holding on to God. When a husband or a wife has run away from you, keep on holding on to God. When you are not employed, keep on holding on to God. Out of that crisis, out of that problem, out of that challenge, God will surely give you a way out. You are facing a challenge of barrenness. You are in marriage maybe for 10 years now, or more or less. Things are not working. I want to assure anyone who will see or listen, or who is watching or listening to this, that don't allow your problem to overcome you. Don't be put down by your problem. Keep on holding on to God. Out of that crisis, God will give you a way.
Amen.
Out of that problem, God will give you a way. When there was famine in Zarephath, God directed Elijah to a widow. And the moment the widow agreed to give Elijah something to eat, that was the moment she unlocked the mysteries of God in the crisis of famine.
Amen.
So there are a lot of things which can happen in life, but the way you act, because being delayed does not mean that you are denied. You can be delayed to get your first car. I always tell people that I got my first car when I was 36. When I tried to buy my first car at 10 25 years. I failed. I tried again at 28. I failed. I tried again at 30. I failed. At 36, that's when I bought my first car. So being delayed does not mean that you are denied. Never. You can be you can be delayed, but that can be also a sign that as long as you are with God, God will still see to it that you are out of a crisis.
Wow, this is powerful. Prophet Brian Mundopa is saying our experiences are like living in the Bible to others that are seeing us, and we have impact on other people's lives before we minister to them. So he's talking how we are living our lives impacts on others. Here there is a comment which is saying being delayed does not mean being denied. So they have caught hold of that. Here, my new statement: out of that crisis, God makes a way. Hey. Donald says, holding to the master, I refuse to compromise. I think this is a powerful time, powerful message that you are giving us. We are in a time where we are facing the pandemic. There's so many challenges. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their loved ones. Some are sick right now. And you are telling us that is powerful, Pastor. That is powerful. That is powerful. Now, I know you as Uncle Julius. I did not know you as Pastor. Uncle, talk to us about being Uncle.
Wow. People, we have got different gifts and talents. And the most important thing, I think, also is to realize what do you have. So during this lockdown, we are also, it so happened that also the lockdown happened when we are now in a new place. We are not that active. The pastoral work, even if we were active, we were supposed to be active. Because of the lockdown, no one was allowed to do anything. So a lot of people, they kept on coming to us, through messages, Then I started praying to God. I said, how best can we reach out to people? How best can we reach out to people? So during that time, I was also doing my studies about social science and counseling skills. So it so happened also that I had also a project. I had to choose now a project which deals with live interaction with people. Right. So the first few lives which I came, it was more or less of a project at my university. But it came also as an idea which came after we prayed with my wife, that we want to reach out to people. So that's how now, even the title Uncle Julius, that's how it came. Because we felt if I come on the talk show with those pastors, most of the people who are commenting there, they were either once my church members or my youth members, or I preached to them. Most of them, I'm seeing them there. So I thought if I come and say, here is district pastor, prophet, or whatever, Julius Chinam, I know no one would have ever wanted to come to the talk show. So I thought, since the talk show also deals with the real life issues, why can't I just give myself a good and a general name, Uncle Julius? And I start attending people to, and I've seen people are so friendly now because, Uncle is a friendly name. If I had said pastor, if I had said pastor or prophet or whatever, people would be afraid of the anointing and they would have not start to interact with me the way they do.
I just took this moment. Faith Juludu Zimbabwe says, Auntie Mimi, you're okay. You don't forget Oprah Winfrey. Thank you. I receive it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we're coming back to the book. Prophet Graham Rothbard is saying, a great and powerful book that will unlock hidden potential for us to use our gifts, and our gifts to make room for us during the crisis time. And Faith here is saying the book prophesied to me, Hangu. Yes, and here Donald Majoni said, I love Angu Juju. I love the Angu Juju side. Chipo here is saying, it's so true. Sometimes titles can be intimidating. Faith has come back to say, prophet in the marketplace, kiki, and afraid of anointing. I think you have said something very deep there. You have said something very deep. You keep referring to your wife. You said you married her on this date. You remember? You don't get in trouble, you. You don't get in trouble for forgetting. Some men forget all these dates, you know. So, do you want to bring the wife briefly so that we can see her? Uncle Juju, Pastor?
Yes, she can come. She can come. She's more of my friend. She's more of my friend. Yes, I think you can come behind me.
Yes, because we want to conclude at the end. When we conclude, we want to conclude with the book so we can do all these things. Isn't she beautiful? Hello, Auntie. Now you're Auntie if this is Uncle.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm going to be behind you.
That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
What can you say about our author, our uncle, about his writing, about the book? What can you say?
Okay, just in a nutshell, I can say he is a friend to me. We are friends. In fact, sometimes when people are watching us live, they just think we received a call, I think a week ago, when someone was saying, I think you are just married. The way you are doing is like the honeymoon stage. And we just laugh at each other because you are now even 17 years in marriage. So to me, it's like a friend to me. But what I can say, it was not like that. But it's stage after stage, and we thank God for every stage that we passed through. And today we always say Ebenezer. What I want to say about his writing, I can say he's a talented somebody. Because I will be talking with him. We are always together. That's whom we are. Even wherever we were used to go from one nation to another, we are always together. So I always have I'm someone who's not talkative to everyone. But to him, I can say anything.
Yes.
Always, people always say, Mama Chinamo, you're so quiet, you don't talk. But when I'm with Julius, it's just like my friend. So I'm always bothering him, but he always writes his writings. Like what you were saying, I was talking to him, sharing what Jaitka the whole day, and you'll be like responding me and writing. So he's someone who doesn't like Kukwisa upside which I want to write my things. We are always together. So I really appreciate the love that he have, though it's so unique. And I always pray for him, by the way.
May God bless you. There is a message for you. He says, yay, my Auntie Cecilia. I admire her. And there's lots of hearts that have been put there for you. Thank you so much for the words that you have said. To work together. We can see Uncle smiling, beaming. So I know because now he has a friend that he is talking to.
Thank you so much.
And
what I want to say to other ladies, I just want to encourage some ladies out there that when your husband is having a project, can you be there for him? Can you support him? Even though the other people like will be saying this is not good, whatever. Anozozviona ega kumberi kuti zvatiri kuita hazvisiri izvo for sure, but you must be there. Everyone I started, this is not right. Even iwe uchizoti what he's doing hazvisiri izvo, but you have to support and pray for him. Ndo zvatichiita pano.
That is very deep. I think munofanira kudzoka futi paandini mapa because tinombobata dzemhuri idzo dzedzi mombouya kana tiri ikoko zvinenge zvakatodzika. Faith has said, wow, Auntie Cecilia, the way you talk about your union, I'm charged. Actually, I shed a tear. I appreciate your union. Prophet Brian Mundova, I love this great couple. Keep the fire burning. Wish you many more fruitful years together. You always compliment one another. So the marriage is not in a crisis. It's not a crisis right now. I think that.
But what I want to say to people, we pass through stages.
Yes.
Sometimes, let me say something, boys. When people see us dancing and having fun and whatever, sometimes and look at each other and say, but after 2 minutes, said, oh, thank you, God, and we move on.
Actually, we have found the grace of God that we have never been angry to each other for more than a day. Never.
Even
we always find comfort and peace in one another. Actually, even issues, whatever. Out of those issues, you find us. We can't just. We can't.
For example, and sorry, I might take your time. For example, when tomboti in marriage, we always depend on the way we meet our foundation. So I always look at him and say, Shamar, even you have no option. You have to change your way and come back to me, and we love it all. Then we see it.
This is beautiful. People are just putting hearts and likes for you. A prophet said, thank you, Auntie Mimiey, for this great program. Ashwa, it is turning out to be a very good program. Can you see? We are learning a lot of things because as families, it is important to have a good family. When you are advising others, you need to come from a good family. I think I did an address on the Women's Day. So we are tired of people who have titles, but they don't live well. They just want the title, but they don't live well at home. The wife is crying, but you have lots and lots of titles. Anyway, this is not what I'm talking about. Myself, I said, hello, good people. I'm here. So Vashika, myself. Donald Majoni has said, my personal mama, 101%, agreeing with what you were saying. Support, pray, believe in your spouse, powerful advice. I have hope. I think this has been good. We will bring you again when we are talking about couples, but author wedu nyanduri wedu ane mudzimai, but hey, she's a powerful one. Maybe mumsano mboyo vari vega ozodzoka futi vari to tichangozvisanganisa ipapo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So we want to come back to the book. Where can we find this book? Where is this book available, and what forms is it? Is it paperback? Is it whatever? Tell us about the book.
Right, like what I've said, that this is my first professionally published book. The book is available according to the discussion I was doing with my publisher. The book is available in more than 2,000 online stores and in 47 nations. But the easiest online way of buying it is Amazon. At Amazon, it is there. Then, depending with where people are, my publisher was telling me that in different nations. Besides Amazon, there are other local bookshops which are also selling the book. So the easiest way of getting it is at Amazon. It is also it is on paperback and also ebook. It is also
Right.
on yes, it is also on paperback and ebook. Ebook is the readily available, especially to people who are far away from Germany. You can get it instantly. But to those who want a real copy, a hard copy like this one, you can easily wait for the delivery time which they would promise you at Amazon.
If someone wants a signed copy, what do they do?
Right. I think we'll make arrangement. If someone wants a signed copy, we'll make arrangement. I have two people already who made the requests for signed copies. My Gunguo, she said she will pay a signed copy $300. Then my friend who is in United States, Marshall Bees, he also said he wants to pay for his signed copy, I think $350. But these were bidding on the very first day. I just put on Facebook that the book is out, so they were bidding, the two of them. Actually, we are waiting for the official launch of the book on Facebook like this. So I think these two were fighting to be who is going to be the guest. And so I think what you do is, if people want signed copies, we'll arrange and we'll find a cheaper way of making the signed copy reach them.
Maybe you can just hold the book up to us so that we can just have a look.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, this is the book.
That is a beautiful
behind book. There is also me. And the book is 140 pages. And you can't believe that I've read the book 7 times after the publishing date.
Really?
Yeah, because I always do that, and I always tell my wife that I am seeding for my book to be read. I don't want people who buy books and shelve them. I want people who buy my books, and read them.
Yeah. Hi, AGC Doncaster. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Welcome. Alice Abigwenyaba Mutasa is saying, good job, Uncle Julius. This has been an eye-opener. You've walked your journey with us from when you were young, and the books that you have written, and we've gotten to this book that is the book of the season, handling. Thank you so much. I should not look at comment sections. So you have walked a journey with us, and your story is so inspiring that I can't wait for my copy to arrive so that I can just read it for myself, because there's so much freshness, life in what you are saying, and I just wanted to read it for myself and empower myself. I don't know. We have 10 minutes to go. So if you want to say something, this is your moment. Where can we find you? So we know where to find the books. They are online on Amazon. We can inbox you. And where can we find Uncle Julius?
Okay. Uncle Julius can be found on Facebook, Talk Show with Uncle Julius, or personal Facebook, Julius Chinamo. You can inbox. If you go also to the Talk Show page, you can see also the WhatsApp number is there. To those people who have bought the book, the email address and the phone number also, it is there. So I'm a people person. Anyone who wants to get hold of me, there are no protocols ever since. I'm sure a lot of people there who are in the comment sections who have been with me for a long time, they can also agree. I'm not that type of a person who closed the door for people. I am a people person. I remember at one time when we were in Zim, we were having an annual conference in Harare Gardens. So all the people from our church were coming from all over. I remember we hosted 40 boys and girls who were coming from one of our biggest church in Bulawayo, from by one of our pastors, Prophet Blessing Jesus. So you know, that's a sign that we are people person. Do not have. So yeah, even when you want to look at the other book, the second book which I've wrote, which is called The 21st Century Youth, I was talking about lifetime experiences, which if the youths can take them, it can change them completely. So like what I said also that on the this book was a hit, because I remember I sold close to 1,000 copies in a day. You know, so maybe it was also because by then I was so much connected with the youths in the church. But I remember even some people who bought the book who were not from our church, they are still talking about it right now. Then the third one, like what I said, it was talking basically my calling. It was talking basically about my personal life, what I believe was the journey of my calling from day one to up to date. Yeah, that's what I can say to all the people who feel they want to get in touch, be it counseling, advice, or even just talking. Even just talk. That's why you see, even at Facebook, I try by all means to attend to everyone who writes a comment on my page. For example, I've made it a policy this year that from 1 January 2021 up to 31 December 2021, I'm going to write happy birthday to everyone who is my friend at Facebook, on Facebook.
Right. That's powerful. Donald Matunia said, a good leader is a good reader. Can't wait to read this book. I think this is amazing. So I want to challenge the people that are listening here, that if you love someone so much, buy them this book. Buy them this book. When they are in a crisis, you have already empowered them to walk through a crisis. So those that can, when you are buying people birthday presents, order a book and send them a book. I find that people, when they are going through a difficult time, they have enough time to read. And when they are reading, they are being empowered. So those who are listening, please buy this book for yourself and buy the book for your friends. Make it a gift list. So if you order your 5 copies, you know, I'm going to keep one for myself, and I'm going to bless 4 people with this book. And that will be really, really amazing. Wonderful. Mine is coming on the 28th of March. So AGC Doncaster is saying she ordered her copy and it's arriving to her on the 28th of March. Is it all your birthday, or maybe her birthday is coming 28th of March? I don't know. Yes. So this has been really an eye-opener. This has been beautiful. Uncle Julius Chinamo, the author, pastor, thank you so much for your time, for speaking to us. This has been an amazing experience. I'm really looking forward to getting my copy so that I can read, and I'll give a review. I always give a review of all the books that I read. Yes. Is there anything you want to say?
I just want to compliment what you have said, that if you love someone in this difficult time, buy them this book. That was what also a reporter who reported about this book here in the German newspaper said also, that this is a book for the season. Let's buy our loved ones as a present so that they may read and find comfort out of the crisis. So thank you so much for that. And I want also to encourage people that when you buy the book, also please remember to give a review so that it can keep on encouraging others. And I'm also excited because this book also can reach other people whom I can never meet throughout my life, but we can meet through this book. And that's why I had to put my number and email address, so that when you finish reading the book, you want further talk, we can also do that. And again, I want to thank God for the wife he gave me. She always supports me. She's always there for me. You know, I'm that type of a person who is a bit crazy, especially when I want to do things. I don't, once I say I'm starting another book, I start. Once I say we are doing this, you know, we do. I'm that type of a person. But I want to thank God that my wife, she understands me so much, to such an extent that it has been so easy for her to compliment me. Maybe also it is because she had discovered that whatever I said, let's do as a family, sometimes it brings out the results. So maybe that's how also she the faith and the trust grew big. I want to thank you also, Auntie Mimiey. Thank you so much for a job well done. Thank you so much for hosting me. I am so much honored. I'm so much honored because if it was not people like you, maybe many people could have never known about this book. So thank you so much for hosting me, and I would love to be part and parcel of whatever teachings you are giving, as long as they are uplifting other people. That's my wish. That's my goal. That's our goal as a family, that we want to build the people. We don't want to destroy people.
Right. That is really powerful. Yes, I will not go into the work that I do, but definitely you're welcome. You're welcome to join the group. You have got handles on Facebook. You've got a page or just a group?
I have a page, and a group and a personal account. personal account is Julius Chinamo. Facebook page, it's Talk Show with Uncle Julius. Yeah. And I've created also a group for Talk Show with Uncle Julius.
Right. So let's go to their page and let us like them. Those who have come to this day Anti-Mimi Forum, the Mimi Kwenda Forum for the first time, please like this page. And those who always stay here, let us go to their page and let us like it. Let us join their group. Let us hear from them. So I advocate for people to do things that are beneficial to them, that gives them total well-being. You will never find me ndichitega munhu kune vanhu vari kuita zvekutaura zvinhu zvinonyadzisira handikutege. I see when it is good things like this, I encourage people to do those things, because those things will build you up. They will keep you in times of trouble, in times of crisis. And thank you so much to every compliment that you have given to Auntie Mimi. I appreciate it. I receive. Please keep praying for me so that I will get there to where you are saying. But yes, I am so honored to have our author, and the book is The Mysteries of God in a Crisis. The Mysteries of God in a Crisis by Julius Chinamo. Please, let us buy this book on Amazon, and we've heard about it. I will let you have the final word, sir.
My final words to the people is, like what I've said before, don't allow a crisis to bury you. Yeah. A crisis is a season where God's greatness can be seen. So just wait upon the Lord in that crisis, and you will see the mighty hand of God taking you out of the crisis. Every crisis has got an ending, and it is a good ending.
Yes. So next time you will see Uncle Julius, I will have the copy in my hand. I will review a bit of what is written, and we will talk to both him and his wife. I don't know whether we'll start with the wife first, then we have him, but we're going to talk to them because we saw that we wanted to hear more. So we'll do that. Thank you so much. I receive all the words that you are saying. I receive them. Thank you so much. It's not easy. Thank you so much. Uncle Julius, big up, sir. Pastor,
Thank you.
I salute. My
Thank you.
copy, my review be on Amazon, and we have another review here. And then we'll talk to you and Mama.
Thank you.
Where is she gone? Is she gone now? She gone to bed?
She always wants, just for the sake of not disturbing each other, she always want to watch in the bedroom, but she has come.
You can say goodbye to everyone, both of
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can say goodbye. Say goodbye to everyone.
Yes, goodbye, people.
Bye.
Thank you so much for coming to Auntie Mimi. Let's remember to follow and like a page also. Thank you so much. We love you, all of you.
Yes.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you so much and goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye,
Bye
everyone.
bye.